Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories and facts. My story today is about why the devil or Satan, demon, is behind abortion. Abortion is just killing the unborn. Some say they do it because they're trying to save the life of the mother who is in danger. Well, so why don't you kill the mother because her life is in danger? Why do you kill the baby whose life is not in danger? Both of them are murder in all the ways. No matter how the anti-life try to sugarcoat it to look so nice. So, in a former Jewish synagogue in Minnesota, there used to happen a past Jewish synagogue in Minnesota, there used to happen abortions, human trafficking, and sexual abuse of ladies. So lots of pro-life people used to demonstrate outside to try to make them stop these acts because they knew what was going on in that room, in that building. It had rooms for human trafficking, it had rooms for abortion. All sorts of evils were going on in that building that used to be a Jewish synagogue before. And so the pro-life people used to demonstrate outside making prayers, but things never used to work. It was the same. And so the only way they knew they can get this place is to buy it, buy the building at a very good price. And these were the pro-life people. Well, they managed to get the building at a very good price. They sold it to them because they did not know that they are pro-life. But for sure, if they knew that they are pro-life, those who are against abortion, they could have not sold it. Maybe they rather leave the money than stop their evil doings. So once they bought the pro-life bought the synagogue, the ex-synagogue, they turned it into a maternity ward, a place where women will go and deliver babies and aftercare place for the mothers. That's what they turned it into. But before that, the pro-life people, once the place was bought by the pro-life, the people who used to pray outside there went to the back of the house. Where? Is it the back of the house? It's a synagogue. They went to the back where the anti-life people used to pass when they're going to have an abortion. They knew it's evil, that's why they had to hide. Otherwise, why do you pass behind? Why not just pass in front if it's not wrong? So they went where they used to pass and were to enter and leave the place after an abortion, and prayed through that day. They stood there and held some prayers at that entrance and exit at the same time. Well, when they finished the prayer, they felt a very strong breeze come from the building, like, well, they were a little bit perturbed because it was not a windy day, but that was just after the prayers. And then the door banged close. What was that? And when they were going back from the prayers, they met a woman who asked them, what happened to the statue of the demon that used to be on top of the synagogue? They were like, wow, there used to be a statue? We never knew. Then she asked them, you also removed the statue of the demon? They said they never knew that there was a statue on top of the synagogue to start with. But she told them, yes, there used to be a statue of a demon, but now it's not there. Well, the anti-life people were a bit shocked, but they assumed probably their prayers have been answered and the filth that was happening in that building had been cleansed, in that the statue maybe was taken by Lucifer to put it in hell as his portrait. Well, that's just one thing to show that abortion is an evil act and the demon is involved, no matter how people try to sugarcoat it. And then there is another story of an ex-Satanist who began Satanism at a very young age of 10 years. His name is Zachary King. Zachary King began Satanism at the age of 10 innocently. He was called to a room one time at his school in a toilet. Then he found so many kids there also. Then the lights were switched off and they were asked to chant some words. They were told it's a game they're playing. And they were told when the lights go off, you chant these words. That's what they were told. And so when they switched off the light and they began chanting the words that they were told to chant. And guess what? In the mirror appeared the ugliest face that they have ever seen in their lives. Well, as kids, many kids took off, but fun enough, Zachary King and a few boys just stared at it and remained behind. And what you see in the mirror means it's standing right beside you. It's not in the mirror, it's beside you. So the demon was right beside them. The chanting had invited the demon, but the innocent boys thought it's magic. Only later in life, Zachary King began to realize that he had been invited to Satan worship, Freemasons, devil worshipping, name it, Illuminati, all sorts of names they sugarcoat these things. That's how he found himself there. And so as he grew into this deeper devil worshipping, he used to carry out abortions for babies to be offered to the demon. Some mothers actually offer their babies for abortion to the demon. As bad as abortion already is, now they offer to the demon. Why don't you just kill and let the kid go? But you offer the kid to a sacrifice to the demon. Now that's what he was doing to the mothers who were coming for an abortion in the clinic that he was working in. Well, 3 abortions failed. Watch to the end to know why. During his routine abortions, he'd committed thousands. During his routine abortions, there used to be some people who used to pray outside and they would open the windows and laugh at them and close the curtains. The anti-life people used to pray outside because they knew what was going on in that clinic. And many times, whenever those people were praying, there will be a failed abortion. So one time, but they never connected it. I mean, Zachary never connected it to the prayer that these people are chanting outside. It happened that one time, one thing happened and made him think about it. This was the 3rd abortion that had failed. He had tried to commit an abortion to one lady who had come in with an almost giving birth to a baby, but she had come to remove it. I don't know why she had to wait for it anyway. Why couldn't she just give birth to it anyway? So they tried, but they couldn't. And a few minutes later, a child was born. And the lady cursed and cursed. So he went to his secretary and said, "Can you give me those files of these failed abortions?" He wanted to see what was the problem. We wanted to see if there were any similarities. But the only thing he found out is that during these abortions, there were prayers being carried out outside the clinic. These 3 failed abortions happened on the days that the prayers were being carried out of the abortion room, of the abortion building. The people that he used to look and draw his curtains and laugh at them, he connected. Every time that these people were out there, he had a failed abortion. They were saying rosaries. They were praying hardly. They were praying to our fathers and the rosaries and the rest. And the abortions failed. Why will fail? Because of prayers, unless it's something demonic, something evil. Well, If you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.